Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to all of the paying members of my Patreon channel. Your support is necessary, and without you, none of this is possible. And I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Valentino for his support of the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel directly, Cash App and PayPal are available. Just be sure to let me know in the For section if it's okay for me to thank you publicly, or else I'll assume you want to remain anonymous.
And here we go.
My boyfriend makes $250,000 a year, but he does not want to propose until I'm completely debt-free.
Interesting.
You're not gonna like me. If you were my daughter, you wanna know what I would tell you?
What?
Dump him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's
he's
making you prove your worth.
Based on money.
Yeah.
To him. You're having to buy your way into this relationship. Nope. You're a princess and you deserve more than this.
The reason I've been able to, put, majority of my paycheck towards my loans is because he does pay for all our rent.
Oh, so you live together?
Yeah, we live together.
Oh, so you're already married, but you just didn't admit it.
Yeah, it does feel like we're married.
Well, that...
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. So what's his incentive to get married? None! The number one cause of divorce in North America today is money fights and money problems. And guess what this is? This is a money fight.
Yeah.
You're just not having it out loud. You're having it in your head.
Let's get it. So, my introduction to Dave Ramsey began 20 plus years ago. You know, for some of you that know me or been following my content, you know that I am a conservative Christian. And back in the day, I used to listen to a lot of conservative Christian radio. And I remember him having a radio segment or show. I don't remember what it was exactly. But I do know he was in those Christian conservative social circles in the media. And I liked his content. You know, back then at least, his focus was on fiscal responsibility. You know, living within your means, living beneath your means, staying out of credit card debt, methods in which you could save money, how to invest money, how to build for your future. That's what he focused on when I was coming up. That's what he focused on when I was watching him. And so I liked him. I also liked the fact that he was an evangelical Christian, that much of his advice was based on biblical principles. And so I saw him as a benefit to the community. And then at about, I would say 15 years later, I stopped watching him. But somewhere along the line, his advice on finances evolved into advice on relationships. And even though I don't watch his content, now when I encounter him, he's always going viral for moments like these, where he's pretty much advising women to leave their boyfriends or telling them that their husbands and fiancés are wrong. And the thing that bothers me about it is that he's not even-handed in his delivery. 9 times out of 10, he blames the man while he absolves the woman. And he comes across as your stereotypical church simp, your boomer-aged church simp. And the reason why that's important is because Dave Ramsey, like boomers, or like all boomers, grew up in an economic environment where upward mobility worked like gravity. They went through the biggest economic expansion in U.S. history. So back when they were coming up, all you needed was a high school diploma, a sensible haircut, and a firm handshake to get a job that you would work at for 40 years and retire with a pension. That's the world he knows. And so he thinks all you need to do is work harder and money will just fall into your lap, because that's the way he knows the world. And that's the way he gives advice. So when a woman calls in about any financial trouble, specifically if that woman is married or in a relationship, he always finds a way to swerve the conversation to the man that she's with and somehow blame him for whatever problem they have. And that's the case with this video. So what we're going to do here is we're going to break down point by point what Mr. Ramsey is saying and correct his assumptions.
My boyfriend makes $250,000 a year, but he does not want to propose until I'm completely debt-free.
Now that right there is a sensible thing to do. I don't know how it is in every state, and I've never been married, but to my understanding, when you marry someone, you assume their debt. Now, I don't know how much debt this woman is in. I don't know if she's $10,000 or $50,000 or $100,000. But if he marries her, he's going to be responsible for all the money that she owes. Okay. So what this man is saying is that I love you, but I don't want to be burdened with your financial responsibilities. Now let's listen to what Dave Ramsey has to say.
Interesting.
You're not going to like me.
Now, at this point, I thought he was going to say something sensible. I thought he was going to side with the boyfriend. But I remembered, this is Dave Ramsey. This is a boomer-aged church simp. So let's watch and see what he really has to say.
If you were my daughter, you want to know what I would tell you?
What?
Dump him.
And you know what? He's honest. I haven't covered it in this video, but he does have a daughter that comes in and co-hosts with him. And she is every bit the feminist misandrist that you would think or expect her to be. Her views on men and relationships and blaming them for everything is even worse than his. And in future videos, I will highlight some of the advice she gives women.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
How do you know he's not a great man? All he said is that, according to her, he won't marry her until she's debt-free. Yet he's already judging this man's character, even though the woman is vouching for him. You see what I'm talking about? How he has this contempt for men, how he has this prefabricated position that men are always to blame.
No, he's not.
He's
he's
making you prove your worth.
And I don't see a problem with that. Everybody should make the person they're with prove their worth. Or why would you be with them if they have no worth?
No, he's not.
He's making you prove your worth.
Based on money.
Yeah.
To him.
And see, this is another thing, and we're going to see this in other videos. He has no problem with men having to prove their worth financially to women. If she were calling in and talking about she were dating a man who didn't have a job but had potential, he would advise that woman not date him or marry him because he hasn't proven his worth financially. That's how this works. This is a classic case of one-sided accountability.
You're having to buy your way into this relationship. Nope. You're a princess and you deserve more than this.
Exactly. What the f*** are you talking about?
Now he sounds like Umar Johnson, where every woman or every black woman is a king, but in his case, every woman is a queen. She's a princess. You don't even know her. And that's the thing that bothers me again. The guy is not a great guy, even though he doesn't know him. He doesn't know this woman, but all of a sudden she's a princess. Again, these are the predispositions that he has.
The reason I've been able to put majority of my paycheck towards my loans is because he does pay for all our rent.
Oh, so you live together?
Yeah, we live together.
Oh, so you're already married, but you just didn't admit it.
So you see what he did there? He dismissed the fact that this man is providing for her already. Yes, they live together, but he's paying the bills. That is a great man. And right now he's chiding her for living with him. And not only that, but because he's paying the bills, as she's alluded to, she's been able to pay down some of her debt because he's paying her bills. So in an indirect way, he's already paying off her debt. But he ignores all of that because, again, he has a predisposition that the man is evil and the woman is virtuous.
Yeah, it does feel like we're married.
Well, that,
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah. So what's his incentive to get married? None.
What is her incentive to get married? He's paying her bills even though he's not her husband. Again, he doesn't look from the man's perspective. This is a man that's taking care of a woman that's not his wife, a woman who is in a massive amount of debt. But he doesn't see how this situation benefits her. He only sees how to condemn him.
The number one cause of divorce in North America today is money fights and money problems. And guess what this is? This is a money fight.
Yeah.
You're just not having it out loud. You're having it in your head.
This isn't a money fight. This is a responsibility issue. Because you have to look at it from the man's perspective. I don't know how much debt she's accrued, or I don't know what the word is, or amassed, let's say. If you know what the correct adjective or adverb is, let me know in the comments section. But she has a lot of debt. And what this man is saying is that, I don't want to expose myself. I love you, I want to be with you, but right now you're a hand grenade. And I just want to protect my assets. He's being responsible. So this isn't a money fight. This is a man protecting himself and her, because he's teaching her responsibility by having to pay off this debt, that if she goes through the process of paying it off, that she will learn on the next go not to be so quick to get into it. But if he were to marry her and pay off that debt, she would never learn that lesson. But it's situations like this is why so many men stay out of the church. Because you have buffoons like this in every pew. You have buffoons like this in every pulpit. And from a man's perspective, we are tired of this one-sided accountability. Ramsey was quick and heavy-handed when it came to judging the boyfriend, but he was slow and light when it came to her. He called her a princess, while refusing to believe her boyfriend was a great guy, even though he was paying all the bills, even though he makes $250,000 a year. Somehow he's less than great. And at no point did he bring up the fact that her boyfriend would be accountable for her debt if they married. He just dismissed that fact, and that he's already supporting her financially, which allows her to pay off her debts. But you know what this also is? This is another example of how the church conditions women to be single forever. That they're supposed to hold out for this magical, mythical man that was created by God, that is perfect in every way. She has a good man. She probably has a great man. But because he's not perfect, he's not man enough for her. And so he's trying to push her away from being with him, which will put her on a path to eternal singleness. A $250,000 earning man that's paying all of your bills right now so that you can pay off your debt, that's ideal. But the problem is, studies show that when a woman gets married, she's no longer focused on the church. She's no longer focused on internet personalities like him. So she'd be less inclined to buy his books, less inclined to attend his seminars, or put any money in his pockets. Now, I'm not accusing Dave Ramsey of this directly, but there is a motive for keeping women single so that they never come under the authority of a man, and thus cannot be exploited by people like him. So I'm going to let those be my final thoughts. But before I go, please be sure to check out the content in my Patreon library, as I'm sure there's something there you'll enjoy. And that's it. That's all I have to say about it. What do you have to say about it? Leave a comment in the comment section and let's have a conversation.
How am I spending my Friday? Some jerk chicken with rice seasoned, red beans and some bread. Got some red wine over here. And I'm watching Layman's Journal. on YouTube. Shout out to the brother Layman. Check him out. I'll leave the link in the description. It's your boy Calvin King. And this is how I'm enjoying my Friday.